Bessie's the truck.
I got that.
That's cute. So is the encounter over?
If you are leaving and driving up in a truck, the encounter is over. I feel you came off best, so it counts as a victory.
Ooh, hooray.
I don't see. As in, I don't think you're fleeing the encounter. You're fleeing what might
We
happen.
aren't being. We are being.
We are seeing the counter. By the way, is Mark the Lemming still around, and would he accompany us and show where he found those whatever they were?
Yes, Mark the Lemming is definitely still around and very keen to come with you because you said you might let him look at your monkey backpack. So
Nice.
that can happen. You're driving? Did you say you were driving the truck?
No, I don't know if I actually know how to drive the truck. I might be a little surprised if I might. I'm not saying I don't. It is my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Can Geiger work this pickup truck?
Well, with a science of 12, I guess I can.
Yeah, I'd say that. You know what? I can say, well, somehow this thing goes, and Geiger says, "You didn't know," and maybe you turn it on.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were showing off when you pulled it.
Right.
Well, I will watch with. I did know you could wake it up and make it go somehow, and I will just stand there with my hands on my hip and say, "Well, criminy, will you look at that?"
I bet there is a key on the.
Oh, it's underneath. Yeah, who knows where? It's underneath the mat.
No, it's already on the hole.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah.
There you just have to turn
That's right. It was sitting there the whole time. Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shall we do the bookkeeping for the combat?
We should do the bookkeeping at the end of a combat. Yes. So let's go.
I have used my Omega Tech, so I need to see if it's spent or still in use.
Okay.
It's still good.
I believe Ron has to do the same for his force punk.
Yes.
So
what do I roll? The saving throw?
Yeah, it's basically a saving throw. Sometimes people
I roll an
bonuses.
11. I keep it.
Cool, you get to keep it.
I rather like my force spike. This thing's brutal.
Okay, I used the freeze ray, but I don't see where I find whether or not I could.
Let me have a look. Unless it doesn't say you can keep
I can't salvage it.
You can't salvage it, but it's you basically you get to use them once in an encounter, and then you get to roll at the end, and if you get 10 or more on a d20, you get to keep it and use it again next time.
That's true even if it doesn't state on the card?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of them say specific things that you can't keep. So
I rolled a 15.
Cool, you get to keep that.
Good.
Which would be nice because we haven't seen anything get frozen yet, and that's fun. Right. I have a little list where I wrote what happens at the end of it.
Okay, Alpha Flux. Ron, you get.
No, you do not. Hold on, I made a deck.
I don't want to.
Don't you?
Cool. Right. In that case, Ron, we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's quickly go through my code. Did anyone use any ammo? Geiger.
No.
You shot somebody, but you only did it once. You've got ammo. You all get 150 XP from that encounter. It doesn't appear it's time to rummage around through anyone's possessions and belongings.
Right.
So there's no junk or tech rewards. As you drive off, you start regaining your hit points, which is nice. And you all get new alpha powers. Ron, you have this deck, so do you want to these roll a d20 for 10 or more, which will let you pull from your deck or the master deck.
Okay, well, I have 10 cards in my deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll this d10.
And you roll a d20.
Well,
you have to roll a d20 to see if you get to pull from your deck or you have to pull from the GM.
Oh, all right. I roll an 18.
You can pull from your deck. You can take any card that you can.
Oh, I can.
Definitely
Well, wait. I have
whatever you
to. But wait, I have to draw it at random, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, you've got. I see. You've numbered them. Cool. That's fine.
I haven't had this before. I get Hands of Power.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I'm going to do my own deck too.
It's really cool. Well, I like it because it gives you the fluxes, but you also get to keep your character concept. I mean, the cartooniness of everything is fine, but after 1 or 2 sessions, I don't want that anymore. I want Akma to be a little more bounded in what he is. So he still changes and grows arms and stuff like that, but he's really, his concept is more solid. So
I may have to look into that.
yeah.
So Helma.
That's that we got from you, Ross. That's the basic cards. So that's where
So,
I could
Yeah,
ones
I got mine from the
Yeah.
list. Yeah, that he sent.
So there's a list of Jared found, which is all the cards that are available. You can use anything from that. That's fine. You have to tell me which one you add. If you want to use the character sheet to then the online character sheet and have them appearing there, I only did the ones that were in Tazio's deck for that.
Ross, I'm
But
sorry
I
to say I printed
I-
that thing out once and then I just used this.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Right.
I would just think if you want to use that, I can add in anything you want added into the list if you want. So you can pick and select. But that apparently only has the ones that are in Tazio's deck.
I'll give it a try during the week. But for now, Casio will have to draw for me. Although I'm really sorry I couldn't use that alpha power.
Yeah. Well, just make the deck and then I feel much more secure now. I mean, it will be at random and I won't know which one I'll get, but I know I like them all. So that's
Yeah,
good.
and it gives you, like you say, it gives you more sense of like this is what Ultima is like.
Right.
Okay, this is kind of weird because I drew Radiohead again, but the other one, if you want to change it, is Psychic Reversal.
I had Psychic
With a-
Reversal for a while, but I never used it.
Okay. It's when you take psychic damage from an enemy's attack. It doesn't happen a lot.
Well,
look
I
out.
think all
Ross,
my characters could have done you psychic damage at some point. The ones in that no, one of
I
them could.
think I like
In that
that.
encounter.
it also fits your character really well. Psychic Reversal, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna try it if I get a chance. I don't need to get a chance.
There's plenty of scary psychic things that might well attack you at some point.
I was going to say, as soon as you said it doesn't happen very often, I think you triggered the GM over there.
Yeah.
Well,
Very true.
I would like.
Use it.
We're in the scary mutant post-apocalypse. I don't need the excuse to bring in things that do psychic
That's
damage.
right. That's
Um,
precisely, yeah. It's very much
Wow.
hid in the candy store.
It says that it's an immediate interrupt. It's triggered by you taking psychic damage from an enemy's attack, and the effect is that that triggering enemy takes that psychic damage instead.
You just reflect it right back at him. Yeah. And notice it doesn't say it requires a hit roll. He just
Any other
takes it.
effects,
Right.
any other effects still hit you.
Right.
So if it does damage and pushes you away, he gets the damage, but you still get pushed away.
Right.
Small
okay.
things.
Yeah.
And for me, but next time I'm gonna do my deck,
Another
Yes.
right.
Feelers.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, that's
sweet.
what you get for unleashing your radioactive power.
I
They
can
look
do it.
nice on you. I like it.
I would say Feelers is one of the ones that, as far as I understand it, is an ongoing effect. So you are now then covered in Feelers, not waiting until it happens.
So basically, I have insect-like antenna.
You do.
I want them to be those of a moth.
Oh, like big feathery ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind
That
of
sounds
sexy,
good.
actually. I'm sorry I thought of that.
They're clearly glowing
Look
green.
at them and say, "What the fuck is this?"
That's right.
The purity of my human shape is foul.
That's what happens when you stomp around and unleash radiation all over the place.
This has never happened before. Well, I never used that power before. I just knew I
Right.
had it.
Right. Well, cool.
So-
Well, that was kind of fun. I'm kind of glad we got out of there. I wasn't sure how I was going to get out of there without getting executed. So,
You're welcome.
Oh. Yeah, that's what friends
well,
are for.
actually, I'm feeling bad about Geiger. I really got you shot up for no reason.
No, it's
Right.
fine. I shrugged it off.
Mhm.
Has anyone been keeping a good track of how many XP you can?
Oh, yeah.
Calculated that we have 331. Geez, I was hoping we could level up by this
431,
station.
right?
I was going to say 300 sounds too small, so
431. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, 400.
You are all definitely there for. You only need 500 to move to the next level. So if you happen to get into any more fights, you're almost certainly going to.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure that's not going to happen. So.
Shoot, all we have to do is complete a minor quest like finding out about the monkeys, and we would be there.
If anyone has a quest about monkeys, I don't.
I did. But I
okay.
have failed
you
my
want to find out
quest.
Why they were. I'm feeling like you've made this a big deal because you've now managed to start
Wanna
fighting
turn
20
around?
people.
No,
That
no.
might well be.
I just
a
have
major
one of those
quest
little
at this point.
I have one of those little thought balloons that just has a scribble in it that shows that you're upset. I'm like,
So, you have, meanwhile, kidnapped, are now accompanied by a tall and gangly mutant lemming called Mark, who, if you are interested, will direct you to where they saw something that looked a bit like the science rat, science mice. If that's what you'd like to do
Yes.
next.
off we go.
Cool. In that case, you are driving south out of the market along broken tracks that maybe weren't through roads, through the desolate, blasted wasteland of this former city, and then over a rickety and somewhat unreliable-looking bridge over the lovely irrigated river. And you are taken to, let's say it's somewhere along this road, that seems plausible. I have a map of the city.
I will certainly like to do a science test to gauge the bridge's situation, judge if it can hold the pickup.
I can get out. I'll just
Yeah.
walk over.
You can certainly make a check if you'd like to. I will be honest and say I wasn't planning to have any bridges collapse on you, but yes. Yes, do that. Why not? Let's. I'm going to.
It's a 25 on my science.
Okay.
Yes, it's science.
Yeah, that seems like it could be science. Yes, why not? That seems like it includes
Load-bearing
physics and-
structural analysis sort of thing.
So, if you have a vision of your emails, you will be able to see a picture that I've just sent you.
Excellent. Ross, do you think it's okay to call it for tonight?
Yes, if you want to quickly look at that. Once I've looked up my the bridge, I will like if people are happy and I was a bit.
Well, I go,
Oh, sweet.
So the
right.
bridge is. It's a substantial enough bridge that it's not at the risk of falling down at the moment. What you do probably notice is the industrial nature of the river that's flowing past it. So there's various weirs and waterfalls and stuff, and it's particularly heavily built up around it. So there's most places there wasn't as much of a like sloping bank. It was like buildings all the way down to the sides of the rivers. Maybe that's why things like this bridge managed to stay standing. So they look like that. But
maybe, sorry?
Sorry?
Didn't get your last phrase. Maybe it's what?
Oh, maybe the reason the bridge is still standing and not collapsed long ago is during apocalypses and things like that, it was protected by the surrounding buildings and stuff. So we built up, or was built up once. So most of the buildings around here are have been in various states of collapse and devastation. a bit further on, you can see sort of a weirdly angled tower standing on an island in the middle of the river, which is still mostly standing. And as I say, moving down the street, you see some of these strange old metal posts that the ancients loved so much, with a design on it, which looks familiar to you from your colouring book. Please feel free to substitute whatever you like into the image of a mouse there that better fits your picture of what you felt it looked like, Casio, because that was just something I borrowed off the internet for illustrative purposes. I'm also sad that, as far as I can tell, the location, in fact, never has lamppost adverts like this. I thought they were terribly common, but maybe not. So maybe this is a clue that will help you track down the science mice. Who can say?
So,
Follow those mice.
do I already fulfill my goal, which was find to the whereabouts of the rat man?
I'm going to say not quite, because, well, we'd have to translate this picture thing you found into something resembling a location that lets you find it. Maybe will be.
Yeah, that's not much of a quest yet.
Good.
I have thoughts about what finishing that quest would look like in terms of what my backstory preparation tells me about science mice. So probably you haven't hit it yet, but I'm sure you're on your way. Right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
It does seem like a central place to stop. It's been fun. And do think about other quests you want to inject into the ongoing events, Helma particularly.
Absolutely.
I think we're making decontamination equipment so that you can partake of all the delightful joys of the post-apocalypse without worrying you're going to be irradiated. I will think about how we can what things you could do to start heading towards that instruction of my usual unsubtle hint about it.
Right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much. It's fun, and I'm pleased that I got to have the pig on a motorbike.
Oh, I love the pig on the motorbike with a machete. That's.
When I found that one, I was like,
yeah, they must have. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
See you.
Good night.